And so, like I said, I'm very inspired by a lot of the things I see out in nature. I'm inspired by so many of the things I've seen in my lifetime. Things that I've seen in my dreams, things that I've just imagined in my mind. Things that I've seen in real life. And like things that I've experienced throughout my whole lifetime. All the beautiful flowers, all the beautiful things of this world, and all the beautiful things of this world. All the beautiful things on this earth. All the nice beauty that's on the earth, all the things in nature and science and what have you. And I'm inspired by a lot of the things I'm able to sense, the five senses and things I've been able to experience and imagine, and things that even in my dreams while I'm asleep. Different kinds of things that I'm inspired by, and I'm inspired by different kinds of beauty. And so that's why I'm inspired to make classical symphony music based on the things that I've experienced throughout my lifetime. I've experienced the most beautiful things, and the things that I've experienced, I wish to learn music well enough because I like to write my own classical music pieces based on these things, compose my own classical symphony music, and conduct a lot of my own classical symphony music, like the great composers and conductors before me, like Gustav Holst, who wrote the planets. Zoltán Kodály, he's a Hungarian composer who wrote the Dances of Galantia. Bela Bartok, who wrote the Concerto for Orchestra, and I love his piece, the movement number 1, by the first movement by the Hungarian composer Bela Bartok, Concerto for Orchestra, and pieces that are by the famous, I think, Danish composer Carl Nielsen, who wrote the Rhapsodic Overture, Fantasy in the Faroe Islands, and Pan and Shrink Overture, Helios Overture, and I think that's something to do with like the sunrise, sunset, that kind of thing. All I know is I'm very, very inspired by the things I've experienced and witnessed through all my lifetime. And so I'm studying music because I'm so deeply intrigued by music, especially classical, symphonic, philharmonic music. If I learn music well enough, the hope is that I learn it well enough. Because if I do, and here's let's see here what they got here. This is like a conductor's baton down left across. Like my homemade, it's like a conductor's baton is missing the cork at the end. The conductor uses it like that, which brings me to a kind of this is not really a joke, but I guess it's not really a joke, but even though it's not a joke, you can probably still laugh at it anyways. And it goes like this. What does the conductor and the baseball player have in common? Think about it. The baseball player and the conductor have something in common. Do you know what that is? They both swing sticks. The baseball player swings a baseball bat, and the music conductor swings a music baton. So the baseball player and the conductor both have something in common. They both swing They both swing sticks. Baseball player swings baseball bat, while the music conductor swings a music baton. Well, anyways, back to serious now. Back to the serious stuff. I am inspired by a lot of the things in nature.
Michael, now make sure it's all clean.
And that this video is so kosher that they can even be blessed by Rabbi. Okay, I want to cut the comedy because I would like to be serious about this. No, the serious truth is I'm studying music. All the signs, symbols and signs in classical, symphonic, philharmonic sheet music. I'm hoping to write my own symphonies like Bela Bartok, Zoltan Kodaly, and Gustav Holst, and many of the other great composers and conductors before me, like Carl Nielsen, who wrote the Rhapsodic Overture. If you've never listened to the classical music, you're really missing out on the great treat. Try classical music, even though you may not like it, but at least try listening to some classical music. Who knows, you may like. Start by listening to Bela Bartok's Concerto for Orchestra. And how about here, Gustav Holst, The Planets by Gustav Holst. And anyways, I'm inspired, like Holst was inspired by the planets. He was deeply inspired by the planets, so much so he wrote music all about the 7 planets. At that time, and there were 7 planets when he was living. But anyways, I'd like to be able to write classical symphonic music and conducted all my own pieces based on the kind of things I experienced in my lifetime. And so I'm so deeply intrigued by music, so much so that I study it. And it's a miracle that I have not given myself a mental breakdown the way I've studied. I must be strong, incredibly strong. I guess it's like I'm glad for the gift that I can study, read, and write music. I'm learning music, and I'm hoping that in the future, if things go well enough, I'll be able to be a great composer and conductor like Zoltan Kodaly, Bela Bartok, Gustav Holst, and the Danish composer Carl Nielsen, and I'm hoping to write classical symphonic music based on all the things that inspire me in my lifetime, like all the things in nature, underwater life, colorful sceneries of underwater life, colorful like in the Arctic where snow, winter scenes, like the different seals in the cold Arctic, cold winter wonderlands, all the things that inspire me in life. And I wish to write classical symphony music and conduct and compose my own music of my own inventions. And that's why I'm really studying music like there's no tomorrow.